I'm Janet, and this is my grandson, Vincenzo.
Hello
We
there.
call him Vince for short. And we are here tonight to talk about D and A Caregivers Connection, and that's for dementia and Alzheimer's. And it's a really confusing disease for most people, and it's confusing for adults as well as children. And right now we have over 400,000 caregivers in Canada who are providing care and support to a loved one. And that is usually done by family and friends. And it's a confusing time for everybody, and it's a rough time for everybody. It's hard on the person who has dementia, but it's also hard on the person that is looking after them. And a lot of times we don't have very many answers because there's no cure for dementia, and there's, a lot of guesswork along the way as we're all finding out. I had my husband who passed away a few years ago, almost 3 years ago now, from Lewy Body dementia. And when he contacted Lewy Body, Robin Williams, not too long afterwards, was, I guess, diagnosed, had a hard time with it, and he eventually committed suicide. And John said at that time that he didn't want to hear that somebody else went through that. So he was willing to give up his privacy so that hopefully allowing other people to see what he was going through and to make sure that nobody felt totally alone in this anymore. So anyway, Vincenzo here is going to talk to us tonight about what it was like for a child to see it. Him and his sister went through it with their grandfather, and we all have our own perspectives of what the disease is like, but children are just as confused, if not more so, than adults are. And we're all confused about dementia because, once again, there is no answers to that. So, hey, Vince.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, do you want to just kind of let us know what it was like for you?
For me, it was definitely hard. Like, with my grandpa, I can't really fulfill a full conversation as I can with, say, my grandma or my sister or anybody else in my family. They comprehend what I'm saying, but somebody with dementia won't as much as somebody who doesn't have dementia, because I guess some part of their brain is, plaqued over, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
what they say, that there's a lot of plaque that is making it hard for them to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So it was hard for him to fulfill his end of the conversation. An example would be when I would ask him what type of sandwich he'd want or what he would want on a sandwich, peanut butter, honey, etc. He just wouldn't understand what I'm saying and just give me some sort of look, like a look of confusion. For me, it was definitely hard, especially being younger as I was at that time, not knowing much about it, very confused, as I'm sure even some adults are at this point. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is a confusing time for everybody. And, hard for children to understand as well as adults. We all have questions, and that's what the Caregiver Connection is going to be about. Trying to connect the caregivers so that I'm not an expert, Vincenzo is not an expert, doctors aren't experts. We're all struggling to get through this. And until there's a cure, which there isn't one right now, we're all going to live in question world. But we can also support each other. And caregivers going through it or who have been through it can sometimes answer a question that maybe somebody else can't. And that's what the Caregiver Connection is going to be about. We're going to come back. We're hoping right now that we will be doing a video weekly. And during those videos, we're going to be discussing one of Vincenzo's favorites, which is
Cooking.
Cooking and food.
Thanks, Grandma.
He loves to eat.
Oh, wow.
And he's been,
I didn't see that one coming.
I know. And he loves to work in the kitchen. He's been helping me in the kitchen. He's been learning a lot. He's been teaching me as well some of the things that he can kind of think of. But we're going to be discussing in other videos. We're even going to, Vincenzo has volunteered and
Or volunteered
and is saying that he would like to help me with some cooking shows. So we are going to be doing a few cooking shows along the way of foods that are cognitively healthy. And we're also going to discuss not only food, but we're going to discuss clothes, we're going to discuss exercise,
decorating
tips, which are for colors that are great to help calm the mind and calm the body and soul. Music is going to be a part of it. We're going to be talking about different ways that people can help each other. And if you have a question, let us know what your questions are. If you have a concern, let us know what those are.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do pets help with getting through dementia or help with any cognitive
They do.
function?
Actually, pets are, it's a good question. Pets are a really great way to calm the mind, and a lot of research has been done to show that just even petting an animal can bring down your blood pressure and can make you feel a little more secure and connected. And they can relate to an animal that is, they're kind of loving and living it up, and they can connect. There's no judgment on an animal's part. So it's nice to have an animal in the home, but even if you can't have an animal in the home, maybe somebody that you know, a friend, could bring an animal over so that they could, kind of have a petting time or whatever. There's so many different things that we can discuss. We're going to be discussing sundowning, which is a big thing. That's where around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, somebody with dementia might become more confused and anxious. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss so many different things about like eating habits, cooking, cleaning, looking after somebody who is bedridden, and the best ways to do that. And I think this show can actually maybe help people, help bring caregivers to each other to connect. And if you have a question, please let us know what the questions are. If you have major concerns or you're concerned about something at home right now, let us know what those are, and maybe we can help out with an answer of that too, right? And Vincenzo here has helped me a lot to get up a website, which we're still in the midst of working on. And he's helped me to get this up and running as well, which thank you very much, Vince. And I don't know, you got any things?
Would you like to speak briefly about your magazine?
Okay, yeah, we've got for the Caregivers Connection, we're coming out with a magazine. And our first time out the door is going to be probably in another week. And at that point, the magazine too is going to kind of be like an offshoot of what we're doing here. It's going to discuss food and research. We're going to be talking about research as well. Different types of research that's being done right now. The magazine is going to be going to doctors' offices, pharmacies, things like that. It's going to be a free magazine. So we'll let you know more about the magazine, and you can contact us at the end of this video. Vince is going to leave a link where you can connect us with. And if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to talk about something, or you'd like to hear us discuss something, you let us know. And we're going to do our best to do that. We'll do our best to answer any questions you have. And I think that's probably about it for now. We're trying to keep it short and sweet, just to make sure that people know that we're out here and this is what we're going to be doing. But we will be back. and we'll be looking forward to talking with you again. We hope you will check us out the next time around as well, and we'll be back next week. And Mother, you got any suggestions?
Not really. I think it's doing pretty good.
Okay. All right. So we're going to say goodnight to you now. And we will see you next week. And we're going to discuss a few interesting subjects next week. So check us out. Thanks for being with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Please like and subscribe. If you have any ideas or stories, please put those down in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. That'd actually really help us out if you could share our mission and how we're trying to help others to anybody that you know. That'd be really great.
That would be really wonderful. Thank you. Have a great night. Take care.
God bless.